Okay, my dear students, let us another important topic, that is types of soils in India. Types of soils in India. This is the topic which belongs to third unit according to the forests. My dear students, we know about what is meant by forest. Forest is nothing but which area it is large amount of the space occupied by plants and as well as animals, wild animals, which they are all existing in a particular geographical area, that is called as forest. My dear students, according to India, there is in hill stations 60% of area which is covered by different types of forests, and as well as in plain areas 20% of land occupied by forest. Why this differentiation? In hill regions 60%, plain areas 20%. What is the reason in behind to these? We already knowing about modern economic system to encourages our modern life, advanced government activities. So they are all encourages to destruct the forests on the plain areas. So that's why that is the reason of decline the forest in the plain areas. Not existence of survivals of people on hill stations. So that's why hill stations now itself 60% of forest existing. Anyhow, my dear students, entire the world geographical area 9.4% of land which is covered by forests. My dear students, it is very less amount of forests. Why? Because we know very well in the last session, that is causes of deforestation, destruct the forestation due to human activities and natural issues. Anyhow, WHO and United Nations Organization recommends every country must and should have 33% of minimum 33% of geographical area must and should covered by the forests. It was recommended by UNO and as well as WHO. My dear students, now let us move into our topic, types of forests. According to some conditions, weather conditions, climatic conditions, soil types of soils, heat conditions, water availability conditions, all these conditions, they are forming different types of forests entire in the globe. Particularly in India, there are 5 types of crops, 5 types of forests in existing India. So then ICAR recommends and classified entire Indian geographical area 328.88 square million hectares of India. There are 5 types of forests. They are, the first one is tropical thorn forest. The first one is tropical thorn forest, and second one is tropical deciduous forest. The third one is tropical evergreen and semi-evergreen forest, and fourth one is mountain forest. Mountain forests also classified into 2 types. That is, the first one is North Himalayan region forest, and second one is Southern region hill stations forest. My dear students, once I remember you, according to 4th type of forest is in 2 ways. The first one is North Himalayan and second one is Southern peninsular forest. Okay, my dear students, let us go to the 5th one, that is littoral and swamp forests. They are in Rajasthan deserts, like location at Rajasthan deserts are like that. Okay, according to ICAR classified about in Indian forests are in 5 types. They are tropical thorn forest, tropical deciduous forest, tropical evergreen and semi-evergreen forest, and 4th one is mountain forest. In that particular thing, there are 2 types of forest which was classified by mountain forest, that they are North Himalayan forest and Southern plateau forest. And the last 5th one is littoral and swamp forest. These are all 5 forests are existing in Indian geographical area. So let us continue and move. What are the existing factors in the particular type of forest? How do they form? Where it is located? Where they are located? All these things explained one by one. Please follow about us. The first one is tropical thorn forest. In India, above the equator position, particularly Indian geographical area, according to India, like this, Tropic of Cancer across the India at northern places. This tropical area is suitable to continue, lands are suitable for these tropical thorn forests, which across the Tropic of Cancer in India, according to that, their regions are existing tropical thorn forest. Okay, my dear students, then what are the significances, how it is formed? They are explained one by one. It is founded less than 50 centimeters rainfall. These forests are located with less than 50 centimeters of rainfall areas. They are located mainly Rajasthan. We know very well about this. This is the place Rajasthan, Southwest Punjab, Southwest Haryana, and some parts of Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. According to India, there must be followed Rajasthan, Southwest Punjab, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana and as well as some parts of UP. So my dear students, these type of forests located at Rajasthan, southwest Punjab, southwest Haryana and as well as some parts of Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. Why? Because the Tropic of Cancer which across these regions according to India. At the same time, these forests are in small size plants. What are they? Kakar, bobul, bear, wilded, palm, kher, neem, kagri, palms, bushes and shrubs were grown in the tropical thorn forests. These plants are suitable to existing in the particular forest due to the average rainfall is very less. At the same time, these are having small leaves, thick bark and looms. Thick bark and loomy. These plants, tropical thorn forest plants, are small leaves, thick bark, means the wider bark which existing on tropical thorn forest, so they are loomy. At the same time, roots of these plants are enable face the dry climatic conditions. It is also one great important feature which existing by that forest. Another one is tusky grass grown up to a minimum height 2 meters under growth. According to in these lands, there must be a tusky grass. It is in a one type of grass grown up a width of 2 meters. 2 meters height. Tusky grass is grown up at these forests. These are the main important features of tropical thorn forest. And another one is I give you information, that is tropical deciduous forests. These are all called as monsoon forests. These forests are called as monsoon forests. How I give this? How I give you information? Right. I give an information to you. In India, there are two monsoons, which is southwest monsoon and it reverses from northeast monsoons. According to these forests, tropical deciduous forests, which existing in these area. Why? Because southwest monsoons and as well as northeast monsoons directions looks like this. Then when these southwest monsoons and northeast monsoons fell down their rain in a particular geographical area, so their lands are existing of tropical deciduous forests. Okay, my dear students, I give you brief explanation. The route map of southwest and northeast monsoons area covered by tropical deciduous forest. Okay, my dear students. So that's why it is called. Monsoon forest. Okay, right. Another important thing is these tropical deciduous forests are existing in 70 to 200 centimeters rainfall. According to this, 70 to 200 centimeters rainfall, when it is fell down, that area is covered by tropical deciduous forests, and as well as annual rainfall is 70 to 200 centimeters. Another important thing is they are western northeast parts and as well as peninsular. I already told you by a pictorial representation. Southwest monsoons at peninsular and northeast monsoons at western and as well as northeastern parts. So these two, southwest and northeast monsoons, when the rain fell down, so then that area covered by this forest. So next, near Ganga Valley, foothills of Himalaya. So in continuation of that, Ganga Valley, foothills of Himalayas also existing by this forest. Okay, my dear student. At the same time, in this particular forest, there are some plants grown. What are they? Sal, teak, in Telugu terminology teku, teak, and sandalwood, kir, and etc. There are some important plants are existing in this. What are they? They are sal tree, teak tree, sandalwood, kir, and some other important plants are grown here, and important trees are grown here. These are economically very important for industrial raw product. These trees are very useful for important raw material supplied by this forestry to industries. Already I told you in the previous classes, sandalwood used for the making of soaps, and as well as teak is very important for the domestic utilities to making household articles. So then shawl is very important for making cricket bats or hockey bats or like that. So there are sports and sports commodities manufacturing industries, and some of the medicinal pharma industry depends upon these type of trees. Okay, my dear friends. So that's why this is very important thing about the economic generation of a country. So next I would like to explain, these are economically very important. Basically these lands are two types. One is moist deciduous forest and dry deciduous forest. Moist deciduous forest which existing in the mid part of India, and as well as dry deciduous forest which existing in the some of the parts of Rajasthan and as well as Gujarat. So they are in two types. Tropical deciduous forests are in two types, moist deciduous forest and as well as dry deciduous forest. This is a brief information about the tropical deciduous forest. And another important factor, an important forest is tropical evergreen and semi-evergreen forests. It is very important forest. Why? Because it is nearly 4 million hectares in India. 4 million hectares in India. What are the components which existing in this forest? I explain by this. Hot and humid areas in India. This is hot and humid areas in India. At the same time, right, there must be 200 centimeters rainfall. When the rain fell down entire in India, not less than 200 centimeters of rainfall, that area is occupied by tropical evergreen and as well as semi-evergreen forests. Humidity level is 70%, average temperature is 22%. When it is there, then this forest is grown up. At the same time, characteristics of these forests are large tall trees whose height was 45 to 60 meters of height. Trees or plants are grown in their areas. Evergreen and semi-evergreen forests, tropical evergreen and semi-evergreen forests, existing much more plants. The minimum height is 45 to 60 meters height. The average temperature is 22 degrees Celsius on that particular place, and as well as humidity level is 70%. In India, where these forests, what is the location of these forests is, that must be Andaman Nicobar, Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Tripura, West Bengal. You know very well about India. According to geographical conditions, this is a northeastern part. Entire this area, northeastern parts like Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and as well as West Bengal, Tripura, Meghalaya, northeastern part of India is about to the tropical evergreen and semi-green forest area located. So then, and also Andaman Nicobar Islands also having these type of forests. My dear friends, important it is not very important economical factor plants are existing in this. How I am? So then there must be high and lean plants are in tall, so that's why it is not so good for economical importance of this forest. At the same time, some semi-rainfall forests, mixture of evergreen and moist deciduous forests existing in this forest also. So once I conclude about this topic, one is this is in a hot and humid areas in India, and as well as 200 centimeters average rainfall, 70 humidity percentage is 70, and average temperature is 22 degrees Celsius, and characteristics are we know very well about the tall trees and whose height very famous 45 to 60 meters height of these plants. And next one is what are the important plants existing in the particular this forest is rubber, mohogany, obi and ironwood, coconut and bamboos. These are all cheap plants located at tropical evergreen and semi-green forest areas. Okay, let us go to the fourth one. The fourth one is mountain forests. We know very well about there are two types of mountains existing in India. They are North Himalayan forests and as well as southern peninsular forests. Mountains are in two types according to geographical area. One is North Himalayan forest and as well as southern peninsular of India. So then, what are the characteristics and components of existing in this? These are foothills of Himalayas. The first one is Northern Himalayan region forests. They are dense forest. 80 to 88 degrees eastern latitudes, 100 meters to 200 meters height. These plants are height is 100 meters to 200 meters height. At the same time, they are in West Bengal, Bihar, Uttarakhand. The main trees are oak and sal. Pine forests are well developed between 1500 to 1750 meters height. So, I briefly give you information about the mountain forests are two types. The first one is North Himalayan forest and second one is Southern Peninsular Himalayas. The first one I discussed before you. First one is North Himalayan forests are foothills of Himalayas. They are existing in foothills of Himalayas. The density, it is very density forest. It means thick forest existing in the foothills of the Himalayas and as well as it is located in 88 degree eastern latitude. They have 100 to 1000 to 2000 meters height of the plant. At the same time, they are located in West Bengal, Bihar, Uttarakhand. The main trees are oak and sal, pine and etc. Okay, my dear students, in fine forests, the height is 1500 to 1750 meters height. So, at Meghalaya, particularly in Shillong, Meghalaya having average rainfall is very high entire in the world. So, that's why these type of plants grown on the hill regions of the Meghalaya. The average rainfall is 1101 centimeters in a annual. So that's why another information gives to you 2000 to 3000 meters height, south slope of Himalayan, broad leaves like oak and Devadar, fine, durable wood which used for constructions and railway sweepers. So another important plants are grown that height is 2000 to 3000 meters height. Southern slopes of Himalayan regions, they are broad leaves. They are in broad leaves. What are they? They are oak, Devadar. In Telugu terminology, there is a Devadaru. Devadaru is a very important plant for domestic utilities and as well as industrial purpose. And durable wood. It is in a very precious wood, so they are using for industrial raw material and which used for constructions and as well as making of railway sleepers. So another important thing about the mountain hills, there must be 3000 meters height of a particular plant, that is alpine forest. So they are located in they are giving us pastures more than tribals are extensively they are using. At the time of 3000 meters, the 3000 meters of height in the alpine fine forest, they are giving pastures more than tribal people using, which is extensively on that particular forest. So in previously I slight mistake about the 2000 to 3000 meter height of plant, not that is only height meters of length. At the same time, vegetation or southern peninsular forests. Already I told you, my dear students, there are two types. One is northern Himalaya forest and another one southern peninsular forest. And second type of forest is vegetation or southern peninsular forest. The southern peninsular forest is covered with large slope hills of the peninsula, like Sahyadri, Satpura, Vindhya caves, Western Ghats. They are all located. These forests are located at the slopes, large slopes of Western Ghats and as well as Vindhya, Satpura caves, like that. There are Michael and Mount Abu also existing. They are Mount Abu and Michael and Mount Abu hills are existing. At the same time, these forests having high economical significance include Mongonia, Laurel, Cinchona and Wattle plants. In this particular forest are existing Cinchona, Laurel and other plants are useful for making so many industrial commodities by high economical significance. My dear friends or my dear students, southern peninsular forests, they are located in southern plateau, particularly large hill slope down areas. They are Western Ghats, Vindhya, Satpura and Michael, Mount Abu hill stations. Mount Abu hill stations. These forests having high economical significance. High economical significance. Okay, my dear students. What are they? Laurel and Cinchona and wattle trees are grown in this, particularly in this forest. Okay, my dear students. And finally, the last important forest is lateral and swamp. Littoral and swamp forest. What is the significance? Where these forests are located, I will discuss about in this. In India, having largest of wetland, then habitat is 3.9 million hectares, which is covered is 70% under paddy cultivation. Okay, my dear students, I give you brief information. India is in a largest wetland area which is covered to the swamp forest. That is chronological data I give you, that is 3.9 million hectares, which is covered by littoral and swamp forest, which is 70% of under, nearly 70% of these lands to utilizing for cultivation of paddy. In these particular lands, we are growing about paddy cultivation. So they are in 8 categories. According to the swamp forest, they are in 8 categories. What are they? So then the first one is at Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau. The first one is Deccan Plateau, which is the area most covered in south and southwestern Ghats. South and southwestern Ghats are covered. These type of swamp forest at Deccan Plateau, which is established by volcanic eruptions in the ancestors period. At the same time, saline expanses of lands. These lands are heavy salt content. So these lands existing in Rajasthan, Gujarat and Gulf of Kutch. Gulf of Kutch. Rajasthan, Gujarat and Ran of Kutch is the chief lands of saline expressions. So then these are all covered by swamp forests. And third one is freshwater lake reservoirs at Gujarat, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, they are covered wetlands with freshwater lakes and reservoirs. And another fourth important is the delta wetland lagoons of east coast. Eastern part of India, the most lands covered by the delta wetlands. Okay, my dear students. And another one is the freshwater marshes. So that is Ganga plain. According to the Ganga region, around surrounding areas of the Ganga region, the most favorable lands are the freshwater marshes, so which it leads to littoral and swamp forests. And another important floodplain, drylands, swamp lands. What are they? Brahmaputra region. Like Brahmaputra having heavy flash water and flood water containing, so that's why their land is existing on the particular Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and etc. So the Brahmaputra river flood-prone area covered by swamp forest. And another one is Kashmir, Ladakh region. Kashmir, in particularly in our Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh region also covered by swamp forest. And last one is mangrove forest. Mangrove forest, they are also wetlands. So then these wetlands are covered by Andaman and Nicobar Islands and as well as Godavari region, Krishna region, Ganga region of West Bengal. All these regions having mangroves. These mangroves are according to swamp forests. So particularly in Andhra Pradesh, Kakinada region, there is a mangrove. At the same time, Ganga outskirts submerged into the Bay of Bengal, that particular island when submerged into the mainland of India, that land is nothing but Euphratean land. That Euphratean land is covered by mangroves. That name is 24 Parganas or Sundarbans. The Sundarbans are 24 Parganas or Kakinada island of particular area. These are all areas regarding our accountability into the swamp forest. Okay, my dear students, all these types of soils, we have some knowledge, the broad we are broad knowledge, and all these types of soils existing in India helpful for good economic situation and good types of plants grown in this. These are all help for different types of animals, different types of animals, different types of plants, different types of tribal people, which they are existing in all these forests. India is a great nation having multidisciplinary forests. It is useful for our country becoming a developed country.